Okay, I started. Here we go.
Use that.
Hello, WSSO friends. I hope you're well. For today's video, I have a very special guest with me, the acclaimed Hollywood film composer, Jermaine Stegall. Jermaine has written original scores and additional music for such studios as Warner Brothers, Lionsgate, Lucasfilms, and NBC Universal Television, just to name a few. Jermaine, thanks for being here with us.
You're welcome.
Scoring both of these productions must have taken place during the quarantine. Is that right?
Actually, yeah, so Canvas, we recorded. So when I was working on Coming to America, they were actually flying me back and forth to set from Los Angeles to Atlanta where they were shooting. And in between one of those flight sessions back and forth, I actually had to come back to LA and then fly up to Skywalker Ranches where we recorded the Canvas score. And so I was recording that while they were still shooting Coming to America. And both of those movies did post-production, which is everything that happens after the film is shot during our quarantine and this pandemic. So we mixed Canvas at Skywalker, but everyone had Zoom cameras up and they gave us notes. Actually, in that situation, only 2 people were allowed in the actual room. The director was not allowed to be in the room for the mix. And it was one of those funny things that like I totally planned on going back and was excited, and that didn't happen. Similar to Coming to America, the director, he wasn't allowed to be at our scoring session. And this is a thing that is a very big deal. It costs a lot of money. Normally he's there to chime in and give his notes if he has any on the quality of the performance that the players are giving. He wasn't allowed to be there. Our music editors weren't allowed to be and they're very important in making sure we get all the takes that we need, making sure the takes are labeled a certain way so that when they get the music, they know how to implement it to the picture, which is in some cases, and in this case, still changing after we've recorded. So, it got very complicated. Everyone had to get a COVID test. Every musician was paid for a day as work to get the COVID test. So that is all stuff that comes out of the budget. Our strings had to be recorded separately on their own day. Our brass had to be recorded on another day. All woodwinds had to be recorded at home. All vocalists had to record at home. And then all these remote elements, when I say at home, had to be uploaded and downloaded by our engineer and then assembled into one session that made it sound like they're all playing together at the same time. So very, very interesting, and to be honest, I'm glad that I was able to do this because I hired my rock star hero, favorite engineers, conductors, orchestrators, people that I've been reading their credits for years. And so I didn't really have a doubt that they could pull this off. And I think they actually started opening up the studios around July to start recording scores again at studios, at stages, in terms of, getting a workflow. We also had to have a PPE person come and speak to the musicians and take 10 minutes. Had to have more time for breaks. No one could use the bathroom at the same time. It was interesting, and it was like I honestly felt privileged to be someone that was in the middle of all this, pulling off this thing seamlessly. We finished early on both days, recording our big sessions at Fox Studios, and there was no hiccups. The music, I couldn't be happier. To be given that opportunity is just like, and I'm so sorry for everyone that was affected in terms of health by this, but to be in the middle of this doing something that's going to bring people, hopefully put a smile on people's faces, and also employed a lot of musicians. That's 2 days of work that our engineer, he mixed for probably 16 days. I mean, it was an opportunity to hire people to be employed in the music industry and in the film industry. So that was also a privilege to say, I want that person. I want that person that rarely gets a gig, that I know is talented. Oh, I want that person that, like our engineer, I've been listening to movies he's recorded since 1985. I mean, watching these movies in theaters, not knowing that one day, 30 something, almost 40 years later, I'd work with, you know, some of these people. So
That's
that
exciting.
that was interesting. Yeah.
It's exciting. Well, we're looking forward to, and more importantly, not looking forward to seeing, but hearing coming to America
Yeah.
on March 5th, Prime Video. Thanks for your
Super.
time today, Jermaine. It's been great to talk to you, and it's great to see you, and hope you
Yeah.
and your family stay well.
Oh, you too. You too. Thanks,
Good to
Peter.
see you, man. Thank you.